And
as
it
our
looks
players going into pick ban, with Iron Dragon once again taking deliberately the red side so that they can have better choices on their picks.
Well,
Maokai banned off. Okay, I can understand this.
yeah, we're taking Haxel off of the Rex side, and Princess Miko not being allowed victor. All right, there we go. There's the LeBlanc ban that I was so hoping to see the first time around when they played in the round robin. But Target Shopping Carts learning from their mistakes and adjusting their bans. And it looks like Mikey,
We've been saying Makey, and they haven't corrected us yet. So, Makey banned off of Riven.
So many vowels and so many ways to pronounce it.
Also, Elise banned off of Ain't Your Mommy. This is a known ban. We've seen this before. Ain't Your Mommy has played a lot of Elise, and it performs well on it. So, not surprised to see that banned out.
So we're going to see the Silas as the final ban. So potentially a kid getting targeted out and losing one of his picks. But it looks like we'll see Ain't Your Mommy at full power with no real hate being thrown toward his jungle pool.
Just that Elise, which is one of his mains, to be fair. I really picked up for Makey in the top lane.
Alright, so Makey picking the Aurelia, most likely gonna go top lane. We see a Haxel on a Darius, so Browntown for Aurelia, I think, given the matchup.
Yeah, definitely looks like Iron Dragon is going to take the counter pick side of things.
Well, that's what you do when you're the red side.
Yeah, Zyra picked up for Law Chess, which once again is Dream Lover. They're on an alt account due to champion selection size.
Now, you've got to be careful here if you're the side of Target Shopping Carts, because you might give away potentially 3 counter picks in total, but it looks like we're going to have the jungle and the mid laner picked up. So we might see another counter pick for I'm Candy in the mid lane coming out right now against the Malzahar, but it looks like Aphelios getting taken on the side of Iron Dragon.
Iron Dragon liking the Aphelios pick.
Oh,
that they frequently pick up.
The very strong ADC, arguably the best of the bunch right now, but even though he's been nerfed twice, 3 times now with recent patches.
Set banned off into the Graves. No, I don't want to see Ain't Your Mommy on that Graves again, I suppose.
Well, it would not shock me if we had another jungle ban from the side of Target Shopping Carts. I'm not really sure what Iron Dragons will ban here. Possibly an ADC, but I don't... Yep. Uh-oh. Something
looks
went
like
wrong.
We have some sort of technical difficulty.
Yeah, it looks like Makey ended up disconnecting out of the lobby.
Oh.
Oh no.
Yeah, as long as we make sure that we have the same picks, that'll be fine. Um, it would appear that he misclicked by accident.
Uh-oh.
Our players are reorganizing themselves to make sure they go back in the correct order. Because they are that courteous. Sending his apologies to the audience and the fellow players. Incidentally enough, it is rather appropriate that his clan name is Sorry.
Yeah, I see the joke here, but oh.
Although, this does give me an opportunity to look at the ranks of our players, and I must say that I am quite proud of the ranks that we have. Alright, looks like they're getting resorted.
Yeah, so I don't think the bans are really going to matter. I believe it was Jarius, Zyra, Aphelios, for the side of Iron Dragons as to what they picked. It was Aurelia. Who was their jungler? Rek'Sai? And Malphite. Or no, Malzahar, excuse me.
Malzahar mid. Aurelia and Darius and Zyra.
Graves was their fourth ban. Yeah, a little bit of technical difficulty coming through, having to reset the lobby and getting all of the picks and bans corrected. And then we'll pick up the draft from where it kind of went south on us.
I am forsaken.
Okay. Yep, this looks alright.
Yeah, looking good so far. So I don't know if we had our last ban determined or not. And it looks like Placebo Amumu being banned away.
Centra picked up. That's neat.
Yeah, so a pretty powerful mid laner. Syndra also known to go into the bot lane, but I don't think we're going to pull any kind of shenanigans like we had the last game with a mid lane Lucian.
Ash picked up. Very traditional bot laner here. Okay, hovering the Yuumi.
Oh boy.
The kitty cat is in the game, and J4 picked up for Ain't Your Mommy. One of his more comfort picks, sliding through. I can see that this is a reasonable choice for him.
If this were a lobby I were a part of, not as a commentator, I will be taking the dodge penalty and I'll see you in 5 minutes. When I see the Yuumi come out on my team, that's nope, gotta go, bye. So a little bit of caster bias showing up here. I am not a fan of Yumi at all. She's been nerfed into the ground and then 6 feet under the ground, so there's no, legitimate reason why you would ever want to pick a Yumi at this point of the game state. But, I guess they have something in mind to counter this absolutely terror of bottom lane of Aphelios and Zyra.
Yeah, I don't feel super confident in the draft of target shopping carts here. Malzahar is absolutely fantastic when there's a one, maybe two massively playmaking enemy champions, but Iron Dragon drafted Darius, J4, Syndra. Like, you're going to get one of these, and then you're probably going to die to the other ones.
It almost feels between Malzahar and Syndra, it's whoever presses R first wins that little exchange between the two.
Yeah, in the landing phase, yeah, it seems really reasonable. There's a lot about this draft that makes me favor Iron Dragon. That being said, Rek'Sai being piloted by a kid does give me some hope. His performance on that champion is remarkably reasonable. Remarkably reasonable sounds like an insult, but I mean that in a good way. Like, he will perform and he will put in some real ganks with that, and in the comparison of remarkably reasonable, I mean in like nigh LCS levels. We're talking about what you want your jungler to actually do versus what you always get.
Well, what we've gotten so far is Ain't Your Mommy almost always making that cheeky gank into the mid lane from the red side. So we'll see an early gank from Ain't Your Mommy, and I think target shopping carts have seen this already. They may try to punish it somehow. And I think a Rek'Sai kind of waiting in the weeds for Jarvan to show up and try to engage onto Princess Miko, that could turn around and be turned into an advantage for target shopping carts.
Also to note is we have Candy on a new champion, someone we haven't seen. So I'm curious as to how this goes. Thus far, on the two champions we have seen, I'm Candy has absolutely dominated. So let's see how this goes. I'm curious.
Yeah.
Once again, just to add to the hype, this is the finals of this tournament. This is the best of our best. This is it. This is where it all goes down. This is for the beans. This is the fight for the night. This is for Pride.
And I believe a mystery skin for
and team-wide mystery skins, but Pride.
So if you needed something to play for, this would definitely be it. But here we go. Target shopping carts and Iron Dragons have met earlier in this tournament. They met in the round robin stage where target shopping carts were able to stay about even with Iron Dragons until the middle stages of the game, where Iron Dragons started to take control. And it looks like we've got ourselves a 5-stack waiting for someone to get an early ward in. Ooh. And it looks like a ward getting placed by Jarvan and switching over to the warding trinket. Or switching the warding trinket.
Ooh, that ward picked up out of Tribush. Well chosen.
Ooh, so the Yuumi picking up that one creep score. A massive early game advantage for the side of target shopping carts.
Yeah, you never want to see a Yuumi with 1 CS. That's a broken Yuumi. It's unwinnable now.
You know, GG easy, open mid, go next. So Jarvan getting a little help from Haxel to secure that red buff. And it looks like we're going to see a dive onto Aurelia in the top lane. So a little bit of a pattern change, but keeping everybody guessing, Ain't Your Mommy coming in with the early level 2.
Gets the flash out. Very prototypical of Ain't Your Mommy here. This is what he does consistently well.
Yeah, I'm actually somewhat surprised that Rek'Sai isn't there to punish. Instead, doing a little buff-to-buff action. So, gonna pick up a Gromp, maybe an early level 3. But of no surprise to me at all, Aphelios just bullying Ashe out of the lane. Aphelios 13-6, doubling up Ashe already in the CS department. Oh, and it looks like
up here top lane onto
in
Haxel.
trouble.
Oh, gets a great oh wow, that's impressive. A kid might be in danger here. Haxel looking to waiting out the ignite, but a kid's pretty low as well. Flash engage into the knockup will get the kill, but that was beyond close. That was so prolonged that Aurelia was almost back to lane.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was really worth it on the side of a kid. But trying to leverage some kind of an advantage is, it looks like we're going to have a re-go of it. Both top laners teleporting back up. Ooh, Haxel getting absolutely massively chunked out as Aurelia stacking her passive up and doing some work.
Yeah, but Darius has a pretty good job of healing himself back up. Meanwhile, mid lane, Princess Miko getting the flash knocked off of her by Ain't Your Mommy, just trying to survive that gank. That's 2 flashes in 4 minutes that Ain't Your Mommy has picked off of enemy characters. A flash coming off of I'm Candy, though, in response. A kid, not one to be left behind in the jungle department, coming right back to put in just as much effort as Ain't Your Mommy.
Uh-oh.
Once again, roaming mid, but a kid's sitting here down bot lane. He wants I'm Candy, who's just going to skirt out and get away. Makey with
nice
double down up top
nice.
lane. That was clean. And Makey taking the effort to go ahead and ward that. Realizes there's a pink in the bush and that he no longer has vision. Expect him to play smarter around that top side for a while. Meanwhile, a kid, constant ganks out of the jungle, is hovering around this bot lane.
I don't think a kid really has any other choice in the matter with, how oppressive these lanes are. Iron Dragon drafting the winning lanes, so the jungler is really the only way you can influence this. Ashe actually able to do a halfway decent job of keeping up in the farm department, still of roughly 15 CS behind, but it looks like the first plate falling for this Aphelios Zyra bottom lane of Iron Dragon. So we've got ourselves a little bit of a resident sleeper mode here. Aurelia not wanting to actually fight the Darius, which I believe is a big mistake. Aurelia's almost like Tryndamere in a sense that you gotta stack up Tryndamere's rage or Aurelia's passive.
This fight in the jungle, a kid taken low by Ain't Your Mommy. A kid really worried about the counter jungling goes ahead and places a pink ward in his own jungle by the red buff to make sure that he stays safe and that he can maintain some vision on the counter jungling from Ain't Your Mommy here.
Well, Makey had an advantage, but now has completely thrown it away, being doubled up by Darius in the CS department. I'm not sure why they're playing so passively. They had the lead. I guess they're both level 6 now, so it's somewhat equaling out. Oh, no, Darius is level 7, so Darius a level ahead, even though, Makey, I guess, quasi won the little skirmish in the top lane where Darius picked up a kill, but a kid ended up finishing him off. But looking at things 7.5 minutes in, it's a 2,000 gold lead already for the side of Iron Dragons. CS leads across the board.
Got us on the fight top lane. Makey flashing out to try to stay ahead of this Darius. Ooh, cheeky flash out of Lai. And Lotta Chest. Malzahar ult goes in onto Zyra, trying to force that damage out. Ain't Your Mommy goes in with a hard engage. Candy trying to get some action in on this too. Doesn't have the stun up just yet. Can't quite get there. It will end up being a 1 for 0 from the side of Target Shopping Carts here, picking up the kill. But despite that, they're still behind in gold as Iron Dragon proceeds to just maintain soft gold leads and doing their best to stay ahead.
Well, they've got CS leads across the map. The best we're looking at is about a 15 CS difference with the mid lane. We're 20 behind in both the top and bottom lanes. So that's essentially a kill, and a kill worth of gold to each of the members of Iron Dragon. Even in the jungle, we're 16 farm ahead, and we're looking at an Infernal Dragon going over to the side of Iron Dragon as well. So they may have lost the battle, but all signs are pointing to them winning the war at this point.
Yeah, it's not looking great for Target Shopping Cart here, as Lai is basically free farming it up on bot lane.
Kid's about to jump on Syndra, deciding against it for whatever reason, but I mean, a kid has to be all over the map here, trying to affect these lanes. As
that was a really good TSC juggle, but like it's still going to be a 1 for 1. Yeah,
at least a little bit of a net gain as a shutdown going over to Rek'Sai. Syndra getting popped. So I'm Candy. Human again this game, taking a death. So that 10 KDA over the course of the tournament. A little bit in danger here. But it looks like Target Shopping Cart's able to at least stem the tide. The gold lead holding at about 2,000 for the side of Iron Dragons. Although it does look like Ash and Yumi are going to come back to a bottom lane missing that outer turret. There's only one plate left at this point.
The Summer will be spotted out here, but that's a lot of damage going through. The knockup goes down. The plant's going to get free attack. That's a lot of damage. Don't stop. Stop trying to shoot the plant. It's not helping you.
Yumi's got to, untether and actually, take one for the team, it feels like. But, part of why I really dislike Yumi is that they just don't do anything to affect the lane state. And you see something like a Zyra, being an absolute menace in the bottom lane. So it almost feels like a 2-on-1, and that's exactly what we got in the mid lane. Princess Miko being taken down by I'm Candy and a little bit of help with Voltichess with the roam.
One of these days, we're going to have to get Dreamlover an account that has all of the champions and the correct name.
And it looks like, the Herald coming down in the mid lane, so that's going to be another turret and 2 more plates being claimed.
That's more gold for the gold pile. Yumio going down. This could be a good turnaround here. If they can get enough damage off fast enough, this could be good. The TP's coming in. They're going to back off because they don't want to fight that Darius in this too. Darius gets the hook. A kid getting eaten up here pretty aggressively. Ult goes down. That's another pick though. This is starting to look a lot better for the team shopping cart or team target shopping carts. Vanessa eating a ton of damage here will live. Just never mind. Yumi couldn't keep her alive. Just barely dying to the last tick of the dot there.
Yeah, unfortunately, Aphelios able to finish off a kid. Vanessa falling to the Aphelios, but a nice team fight win. But again, they're winning the little battles, but they are definitely losing the war. We're almost at 5,500 for a gold lead at this point. Turrets falling all over the place for the side of Target Shopping Cart. 2 turrets down. I think a total of 11 plates being claimed. The top tower lost 1 turret plate and 5 each being claimed in the mid and bottom lanes. Well, we're going to see a little bit of a contest here on this Mountain Drake.
Well, that's 1 kill.
Oh, Yumi actually got out of there, but
That was close.
Unfortunately, Vanessa not as lucky. I'm Candy pressing R to delete Vanessa off the map.
Number 0 plus the drag. Things are not looking great for Target Shopping Carts. I need you guys to step it up. This is supposed to be the last game.
Well, unfortunately, they put themselves.
Meanwhile, up top lane, Mickey could get the kill here. Maybe. Definitely trying.
It's risky. Both passives stacked up. Darius has the Noxian Guillotine, so could just press R.
Candy getting picked out here. That's a dead Syndra. That's a good pick. Meanwhile, Makey in danger here, has to flash the hook, but we'll get out. Oh, but there's J4 in the wings. This is scary.
Well, J4 on his own is not the scariest thing, but when the rest of the Goon Squad shows up, that's when you got a problem, and it looks like Iron Dragon's party in the top lane, but their mid tower's about to fall. So Zyra and Jarvan looking to jump on potentially unsuspecting members of Team Target shopping cart.
Ashol goes down. That's a pick off real quick for the Zyra. Aurelia got picked off at some point there.
Yeah, just getting engaged on by Aphelios, who's just
another pick for Target
ahead.
Shopping Cart.
Aphelios just running a train here, about to take out another turret in the top lane. Malzahar having to teleport over there just to scare Aphelios away, even if only temporarily. These objectives almost all going to the side of Iron Dragons as Target Shopping Cart able to win these team fights. They need to keep themselves in striking distance, however. Otherwise, they're just going to get blown out of the game like they were a couple games ago. But I think so far what I've learned is you don't want to draft yourself losing lanes for taking on Iron Dragon so far. I think that was a fatal mistake of Trigger Happy in their previous meeting in the last game. They had the scaling, but they never had a chance to get there. They just got blown out of the game in the mid and bot lanes, and we're seeing a little bit of it again this game, but nowhere near to the degree that Trigger Happy was dismissed in the previous game.
Yeah, Target Shopping Cart's making a very serious effort to just stay in the game here. But things are slowly slipping out of their grasp here.
Well, it is a 5,000 gold lead, and that's nothing to sneeze at. It looks like, well, we might be able to stop this Rift Herald from going across. Oh,
well, there's one pick. That's a good start. Oh, and the smite, it goes to the side of a kid here. So Ain't Your Mommy losing the smite fight. There's a rather protracted team fight going on here.
Ain't Your Mommy got the Herald there, so
Vanessa's gonna get a triple kill on the Aphelios, though. Good lord, man, that thing hurts.
Yeah, Iron Dragon showing that, you know, Iron Candy on the LeBlanc earlier in the play-in stage and their first round-robin appearance, just hard carrying the games. Take away the LeBlanc, and then we see Lai on this Aphelios just going absolutely nuts on the games, taking over where I Am Candy
Ooh, quick pick on Iron Candy here, doing a lot of damage onto him, but doesn't get enough to kill him. There's a quick turnaround. Lai getting just free access to the line, doing a ton of damage, and that leaves Darius to pick up the kills. Ain't Your Mommy is just going to keep the Baron aggro, and will pick it up. And that's bad. That's big bad.
Yeah, you were 5,000 gold down. You blink your eyes.
Pushing 11.
You know, now it's 10, a little over, 10,500, almost 11,000 gold difference at this point. Baron and Ocean Soul Point, of all things, going over to Iron Dragon. This is just a recipe for disaster, and the gold lead creeping out to about 11,500.
Yeah, this is dangerous.
Oh, this is nuclear meltdown levels of danger here. This is very difficult to come back from. Even if you find a favorable team fight on the side of target shopping carts, you're pretty much fighting 4v5, and with Aurelia screwing around in a side lane, you're 3v5 with your main damage dealer not even in the fight. Looks like Aurelia realizing it, recalling back, and we might see a fight over the inhibitor, but this is going to be a bit of an ask for target shopping carts to get Iron Dragons out.
Makey going down super quick with a respawn kill onto the Jarvan, but this fight's quickly going to turn in the opposite direction as Princess Mako dies quickly, and Iolike is going to quickly fall as well. Darius not super concerned about the tower that's just ticking away at him as the base is just wide open.
Yeah, we're looking at 20 seconds before target shopping carts is going to respawn, which is about 15 seconds too late to even save their Nexus at this point. A little bit of a BM here as teleport.
Guys, you don't need to pad the record this time. There's no gold differential. You can just win.
Well, I think they're still going to try to pad the stats as the Nexus falls, and Iron Dragons are going to be your ultimate winners of this tournament tonight.
Absolutely, that's right. My own personal favorite, Team Iron Dragon. They won me lots of skins. They won me lots of bets. I'm very proud of you guys. And with this final Nexus fall, we have our winners. We have our champions. Iron Dragon reigning supreme in the preseason. They won the season to start with. They won season 1. They're coming back and they're looking to put on a fantastic showing and drawing the line in the sand for season 2.
Yeah, an absolute masterful performance. Again, I Am Candy getting taken off of the LeBlanc that we saw dominant performances early in the tournament. But now we see, okay, you put I Am Candy on to less than perfect champions, but still able to dominate the lane. The 3 and 4 scoreline not exactly the best, but all you have to do is look down one spot to that Aphelios being piloted by Lai, and 10 and 0. So we got to ban the LeBlanc, we got to ban the Aphelios, and make somebody else beat you if you're taking on Iron Dragons going forward, it feels like.
And I just want to point out that this was not just a fluke. Iron Dragon has consistently made smart picks and bans. They paid attention. They were watching. They knew what the enemy was doing, and they planned against it. And they did it again this time. They picked off various bans that were impactful, things that like Target shopping carts did good with. They made sure they didn't get. It was well done, and in the entire process, they made sure that their picks were deep enough that they just couldn't be banned out. They tried to ban out Ancient Mommy, and it didn't get them anywhere because they just ended up having to leave the J4 open, which is one of his pocket picks to start with. It's just so good to see a good drafting team perform well. And Iron Dragon is that. They are a good drafting team that can make it count on the Rift.
Well, you can see that they won most of these games in the drafting phase. Even in the round robin games, Target shopping carts definitely gave them a little bit of trouble. But this game and the previous one, each one of the lanes won, and they won big. So, you don't have that happen, just by the normal play. That is, superior drafting to take advantage of the enemy team and their drafting habits, counterpicking them across the board, it feels like. And this is a result of it. You know, uh, let's see. They won the play-in. They won 2 games in the round robins, and they won the finals. So a 4-0 night for Iron Dragons, and very dominant performances throughout.
All the time, the entire time. It should also be noted that they're playing from Korea. They have bigger lag. This is just impressive no matter how you cut it, what angle you look at. It's just, this is a good team, and I am proud to say that they are on our league series and are coming back for season 2, and I cannot be more ecstatic to see them return.
Well, I think they've put the league on notice with this performance. Uh, you know, the coach in me is kind of going, okay, now I've seen this team a couple times, and I'm going, okay, uh, yuck. So I've got to take away the Aphelios. I've got to take away the LeBlanc. And, oh boy, what do I even do with the third ban? Uh, we saw, you know, Lai go nuts on Vayne earlier on, so I'd almost have to ban that away as well. That leaves the jungler on of Ain't Your Mommy free to take whatever they want if they take anything in the first pick phase. Then Haxel's free to pick whatever they want. So, there's just not enough bans in the first ban phase to account for everything that Iron Dragon can do to beat you.
Yeah, they are just a well-rounded team, and I am happy to say, congratulations, boys, you did it. And you're getting more skins, which is probably for the best because they kind of had this reputation during the regular season last season of being the skinless team. So
Oh, no.
I am happy to say they're getting more skins coming to them, and I look forward to seeing what they do in the regular season. And with that, I think we can cut this tournament to a close. Thank you all for watching, and from myself and from the team, may your skill shots. Never mind. Hold up. Regular season starts May 30th. I'm not gonna say can't end just yet. I have to sit here. I have to advertise a little bit. May 30th. Did you say May 30th? Oh
Yeah, I
no.
believe it was May 30th that
Yeah.
Getting
May
a little
30th,
whisper in our ears from the producer.
May 30th is the beginning of ALS Season 2. We have 10 teams. They all look super impressive. And we have kind of our Cloud9, our team to beat, already, putting up performances before the season starts. So make sure to be there. Let's see if anyone can take down the mighty champions that is Iron Dragon. And on that note, may your skill shots always land, and may you always flash in the right direction. Good night.
Have a good night, everybody.